Let's go!
So, interesting thing happened. You guys, do you remember a little game called, Bloody Roar? Some kind of interesting shit happened over the past couple of days with Bloody Roar, which does also tie into something that happened earlier this year. There was a trademark earlier this year for Bloody Roar. We talked about this a while ago too. However, that trademark specifically was for the pachinko side of Bloody Roar. Of course, right? It's Konami. It was technically a pachinko machine. This one's a bit different, right? And I think there's reasons to be excited about this, but there's also equal reasons to not get your hopes up type of shit. So long story short, and from the person that was sort of breaking this story, this isn't actually about pachinko, right? What this is covering, this was the same way that Killer Instinct was revealed to be in development back in 2012, September, when I learned that, oh, somebody found that KI was being, right, brought back by Microsoft in some way. That's weird. And that actually did lead to a development of Killer Instinct, which is cool. But this isn't technically for the pachinko game, right? This is for Bloody Roar as an actual brand that belongs to Konami. It was filed in the US, and it's the first time Konami has officially licensed Bloody Roar. Here's the thing. This could mean, because this stuff is all public information, right? Licensing and who owns what and stuff like that. That's all like actual public information. You just have to dig enough and pay attention enough and have enough packet sniffing RSS type shit to figure it out. Here's the thing. I would like to be excited for the people that are huge Bloody Roar fans. I would think it would be very cool. Bloody Roar is a game that could be a fantastic iteration in any way, right? Just let a fan do it or some shit, like Sega did with Streets of Rage and all that stuff. Definitely a game that would be great in current modern generations. It could be really cool, it could be very interesting, and it shows that you don't need giant budget fighting games to make something really good. You just need people that give a shit, a la Killer Instinct, for something to be really dope. So I think that'd be great if Bloody Roar fans finally got a fucking game out of this. The problem is, I don't know, this is not confirmation of anything. Like I said, Killer Instinct in 2012 got a similar thing, and we were like, shit, maybe that means KI's coming back. All it meant is that Microsoft wasn't giving up the Killer Instinct, right, like trademark, actually wasn't giving up their licensing, their ownership of that brand. And they were, once again, just confirming that, yo, this is ours, right? This is ours, just making sure. Capcom's done the same thing in the past 4 years for Power Stone and rival schools and things like that. These ownership rights have time limits, you know? This is a new license and not a relicense, right? But even if it's an establishment of a license and even isn't a relicense, doesn't directly mean that something can happen. Microsoft could have just once again reacclimated in certain regions that, oh, you know, you can't do anything with this because we own it, right? This isn't like public shit yet. And that what could have happened with Killer Instinct. Obviously, there was a KI game being made. Once again, it's good, right? It means that Konami has not completely forgotten that this shit exists and either tried to sell it or give it up or something along the lines, right? It would actually be kind of dope if they wanted to sell some of the rights to this shit. But at the same time, it is not a confirmation. It's not a direct confirmation that something can be happening, because over the past 10 years that I've been covering potential fighting games that could be made, I'd say a very large percentage is like, yo, damn, they're doing, whoa, this is happening? They didn't forget. That means they're making a game. And then years later, it's like, did that ever lead to anything? It didn't. It never led to a game actually being made. So it's good news in the way that it's not pachinko related. It's good news in the way that it is regarding the core brand. It's an establishing license for Bloody Roar of some kind. Maybe it's for an HD collection. That would be sick. That'd actually be well, not a great way. Damn, that'd be scary as fuck. That'd be very Konami. Ooh, I hope they don't do that. I'm sure you guys would take an HD collection. But what was the last time an HD collection of fighting games came out? And they're like, hey, we'll use this HD collection of these ancient fucking games on modern generation hardware to to sort of be a barometer of interest. Y'all remember the last time that shit happened? Very similar kind of game. I hope it's not that. Last time that happened was for Darkstalker's chat room. And admittedly, from Capcom, from Ono himself, they didn't go on and make the next Darkstalkers game because Darkstalkers Resurrection, a collection of ancient fucking Capcom arcade games, didn't sell enough. When people weren't wanting ancient Capcom arcade games up-resed, people wanted a new fucking Darkstalkers game. So of course it didn't sell. That's exactly how Konami killed Zone of the Enders too. I was just about to say that. Like, I think the Zone of the Enders HD collection, same exact shit happened, where they used old games as a barometer of maybe if these old games sell enough, again, we can make new games. Oh, the old games don't sell as well as they did when they first came out. Nah, fuck it, we're done. That's what's scary. Like, of course it'd be cool if suddenly, you know, Bloody Roar came back in any way and another fighting game franchise essentially lost from the 90s suddenly is brought back. And, you know, even HD'd. That's better than nothing. It is better than nothing. But in the same way, right, like, there's so much history about this not working out great for the game getting reestablished with a new game, a new addition to the franchise, anything like that. And that's a kind of a normal mentality. Yeah, this is a thing that has a long history and has long been established with a lot of Japanese companies, with a lot of Japanese developers, and they use that as their barometer. So once again, this doesn't mean there's a new Bloody Roar game being made. It doesn't mean there's a new Bloody Roar HD collection coming out. It just means that Konami realized that they still have this shit. It's still there. Maybe we should hold on to it. And that's better than nothing, right? At least that is a little bit better than it just being completely forgotten to time. I would like to be excited, chat, right? I used to make hype videos about this shit when this stuff back in like 2013, 2014. And I as a younger content creator and as someone that had not been around this closely to the industry for that long and able to identify and see what's happening, I definitely would make videos getting everyone jacked and excited that this shit could potentially come back. I've unfortunately seen too much. I'm jaded and damaged. I'm punished from this shit. Where I've been excited. I've been through the dark ages of fucking Capcom, dude. Which was like the mid 2010s. The dark fucking ages of my favorite goddamn video game company. War has changed, and I can say this is good news, but I'm not just gonna get everyone super hyped up for something that eventually could bum you out. Or have too much insight. Yeah, that's literally it. I crushed too many fucking weird skulls full of information. Insight's at like 80 now, and now Bloody Roar gets inadvertently announced, and I see what that really means. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh no, that's not good. Well, that's not good. Wait a minute. Well, that could have been good news if I was like at 10 insight. That'd have been fine. Shit, that's dope. Let's make a video. At like 85 insight or some shit now, I'm like, okay, but wait a minute. I don't know, man. Now I'm seeing weird shit on the clock towers and stuff. Oh no. Oh no! I would like to be. I get excited for new fighting games in general, chat, right? You want to get one thing that gets me like amped. Bring like a fighting game franchise out of the gutter that came from, you know, our childhood and stuff like that, or something that a lot of people are excited about. And I'm like, huh, this is good. Maybe I can see why people are so excited about this, and then like give it a shot. That gets me excited. Make a fighting game out of a big established franchise like Power Rangers or something, and then turn it into like, you know, a 3v3 sort of tag team fighting game, literally Power Rangers and Dragon Ball. I'm like, huh, well, I don't really have much of an infatuation / history with Power Rangers or Dragon Ball, but fuck me, dude, you put that into a 3v3 fighting game, and all of a sudden my ears go boop. So if suddenly, like tomorrow, for example, if tomorrow someone that doesn't really, and you're allowed to strike me down where I'm at right here, chat, right? The Ninja Turtles are cool. But for someone that grew up around the Ninja Turtles and liked other things that weren't the Ninja Turtles as much as my friends like Ninja Turtles, I like Transformers and other shit way more. I'm not the hugest Ninja Turtles fans. I saw the first 2 movies in theaters, right? I like Ninja Turtles. Am I super hardcore? Was I a hardcore Ninja Turtle fan as a kid? I was not. But I can acknowledge they were cool, and I thought them being an Injustice was probably one of the coolest things Injustice 2 could have done. If tomorrow They announced a Ninja Turtle fighting game in some way. That's badass. That's badass. They could have made any other game about Ninja Turtles, but they chose to make a fighting game out of it. That's badass. I'm immediately interested. I'd be on that shit right away. I think that's cool to see classic characters and franchises come back in fighting game form. Holy shit. Yes, please. You forgot they were in Injustice 2? Well, that's probably one of their best visual incarnations ever, you know? So even though I'm not a huge Ninja Turtles fan, would a Transformers fighting game be better? Yes. Yes, I'd like that. Anyway, Bloody Roar is, this is not a confirmation of Bloody Roar existing, but like I said, I think it'd be really cool to see Bloody Roar fans get something. If this eventually led to something, I think that'd be super dope. I definitely feel the moments when a game makes a lot of people happy. Bloody Roar with a Guilty Gear art style, you're asking for a little bit too much. I mean, I think that's like some dream come true material for a lot of people.